I feel happy when I watch sunrise simply because it reminds me of a new beginning. So, hey, if you don't know me, I am Nivedita. I welcome you to my channel. So, watch till the end to know more about these courses. Hello everyone, today I am going to talk about physiotherapy and prosthetic and orthotic. There are two major courses. The first one is going to be B.P.T, that is Bachelor in Physiotherapy, and the second one is going to be Bachelor in Prosthetic and Orthotics. So in sequence we will going to talk about these two courses. When we are coming to physiotherapy, why I am telling you all these things, because I have experience in physiotherapy field as well, so I will be telling you about that firstly. So physiotherapy is all about modern technology. We are using modalities, we are using electrical modalities, we are using two basic things, that is with the help of exercises we are helping the patient to get treatment. Techniques which we are using is exercise therapy, where we are making sure that patient is doing the exercises and getting the rehabilitation. The other part is electrotherapy. Electrotherapy is when we are using the electronic modalities, where we are just taking electricity just to modulate that particular muscle. So we are even using other machines, like we used to call them as modalities, and where we are using magnetization, ice therapies, hot therapies, parabeam wax therapies, so that we can treat the patient in different conditions. So this is the basic outer look of the physiotherapy treatments. When we are coming to physical therapy, the basic work which we used to do is not giving any medicines particularly to intake in the tablet form. We are helping just to train them. We are just helping the muscle to get rehabilitated, and that is why physiotherapy is more beneficial for the patient when we are comparing with other type of treatment. So when we are taking the approach of physiotherapy, we have 5 basic steps, where the first is evaluation. We need to evaluate the patient who is coming to us. After that, when we are seeing the patient, we are going to evaluate the problem for the person. Then comes the assessment. We have to make the assessment of the patient, that we have to assess the problem of the patient. The patient is coming to us with a chief complaint, which we used to write it, and we then make sure that when we are doing the assessment, we are listening to the patient chief complaint. After that, we are seeing all the assessment and we are giving a treatment. We are making a treatment plan for the patient. Then we are going to plan that how our treatment is going to be completed. Like the planning is going to be discussed and need to be told to the patient. After that, when we are coming to the fifth stage, that is going to be the application. Application is going to be like when we are going to be fully applying all the planned things, all the exercises, all the electromodalities. With the help of that, we are going to complete these 5 steps. And last is going to be the advices. Advices is going to be the what are the preventions, what not to be done, what need to be done, what need to be taken care of. So it all deals with different kind of problems. Like physiotherapy is dealing with many problems, may it be a musculoskeletal problem, neurological problem, may it be a cardiopulmonary problem, pediatrics, and problems as well. So this is one of the basic idea for physiotherapy, like what we are doing with the patients and what kind of cases we are dealing with in day-to-day life. In physiotherapy, we are dealing with the patients. Even in the surgical interventions, when we are talking about patients, we are going with the pre-operation preparations and post-operation preparations. So we are going to see that how patients are going to improve after surgery, like what need to be done, and we are having a proper plan of post-surgical intervention exercises. So firstly, this is the case. After that, when we are talking about the course, it is a 4.5 course. So 4.5 may, when you are doing 4 years, you are going through the academics. From second year itself, you are having a wonderful experience, like you are going to start learning from your second year clinical posting, and you are going to be under the guidance of your professors, seniors, who are going to tell you what all type of cases are there, how you are going to handle the cases. You got to know how to see the patient files. So the basic things are going to be started from your second year clinical posting, where you are going to deal with the patients in real time. And after that, like second year, third year, fourth year, you will see different type of wards. May it be pediatrics, may it be neurological wards, may it be any rehabilitation centers. It can be ICU, it can be an HICU. So there are many wards which are having the work of physiotherapy. The interesting part is when you complete your 4 years, after that you are going to get a half-year internship where you are going to be fully seeing all the patients, working with all whatever you have learned up to now, and you will properly going to get the but you are going to be with the patient pre-operation and post-operation. So all is like after operation, the all hopes which are there with the patient to get normal is all depends on the physiotherapist, that how we are helping the patient to get normal after getting operated. So that is the basic work, and I can say this is the boon or advantage of this field, that you are holding the hand of the patient and giving hope to them at the end of the time, and you are making them live normally. You are helping them to come back to their lives and they can do their normal activities, daily activities. We used to call it as ATL, day-to-day life activities, which we should be knowing. This is a very prominent term which we used to use. So when I'm talking about physiotherapy, it is dealing with basically orthopedics and sport injuries. Even prosthetic and orthotics, it is coming together for the sports injuries and even providing the prosthetic and orthotics to the players. And even in physiotherapy, we are dealing with the different kind of patients. So yes, both the courses are such good courses. These are having extreme good scope in upcoming time. The reality is it is not even saturated up to now. Talking about the second course, which is Bachelor in Prosthetic and Orthotics. I am currently in first year and doing that. But before that, I got to know so many things about this course. I really wanted to make an awareness about this course. So I wanted to tell you more about this course. Prosthetic and Orthotics is basically coming under the rehabilitation services for the persons with disability. So when I'm talking about this course, we are dealing with the conditions of poliomyelitis, cerebral palsy condition, congenital skeletal deficiencies, and the spinal cord injuries basically. So here when we are talking about these things, we get to know an idea of upper limb and lower limb problems. Upper limb means जितना भी ऊपर वाला पार्ट है उसमें कोई इंजरी हो गई है, limb लूज हो गया है या एट्रोपी हो गई है, उन सारी चीज़ों से डील करते हैं. और जो नीचे जो लिम्स में एम्पुटेशन हो गई है, उन सारी चीज़ों से डील करते हैं. So basically when we are talking about prosthetic and orthotic, giving a design, we are giving orthotic device, we are fabricating it, we are helping the patient to. So when I'm talking about this department of prosthetic and orthotics, the patient mostly who are coming to us are having some kind of deformity, or the second would be amputations. आपको amputations में बहुत देखने को मिलेंगे. So deformities, like we used to correct the deformities by prescribing the orthosis. Orthosis is basically support करने के लिए. So when we are prescribing them the orthosis, we are making sure that it can be corrected, and like orthosis can help to correct the deformities in the patient. Those patients who are having weak limbs or they are having some type of deformed limb. Okay. So the second thing is we are even prescribing the spinal orthosis to those patients who are having problems in their spine injuries. They are having the deformities in the spine. And then we are seeing a case of lower and upper deformities, like we are even giving prosthetics. Prosthetics is when there are no limbs or getting amputated or it is not fully developed, then we are giving them the prosthetic, where we are basically giving them the prosthetics and doing 4 things. The first thing is we are designing that prosthetic for them, which is going to be customized. The second thing is going to be we are going to fabricate it. So when we are fabricating the prosthetic, that is going to be according to their particular measurements, particular conditions. Then we are going with the proper fit of that prosthetic. We are going to check that it's going to be fit or not, and then we are going to help them to get the lightweight product. Like whatever we are giving to the patient, it should be very lightweighted. It can be it should be affordable to the patient. It should be fit and fine with the patient. So that is the 4 things which we used to make sure when we are prescribing any kind of prosthetic and orthotics to the patient according to their deformity or problems. Then we are coming to the prefabricated aids which we are providing to the patients, that is like walkers. we are giving crutches, we are helping them with the wheelchairs, tricycles, and all these things are also coming under the same prosthetic and orthotic branch. When we are talking about only about just the prosthetic and orthotic, there is a wider scope, like you can give the robotic hands as well. There is a lot of scope, like there are researches going on under this field. Even we have seen that many of the better institutes are making robotic hands. They are trying to make sure it can mimic the real anatomical hand. Of what I meant by saying this mimicking, the normal hand is going to be working in the way it should be, but the normal robotic hand is also going to have such kind of power so that we can do the normal movements. Like when we are talking about the normal movements, it can be supination, pronation. We are trying to make sure that the original hand is going to be similarly working as a normal robotic hand can be worked like that as well. So yes, this is all about these things, and stay tuned for more.